Gwen Holderman. You can call me Gwen. Have a seat.
You can call me Allie. Nice to meet you.
It's nice meeting you too. The reason why I contacted all my advisees is because I wanted everyone to come in, have an opportunity to meet me, and then I also wanted to learn a little bit more about you. So can you tell me about yourself?
So basically I'm going to be a sophomore this coming semester. So I transferred here from the branch campus of Altoona. And I came here because I feel like Altoona wasn't really offering me everything that I wanted. I'm a bio major, and then I'm a Spanish minor. That's my minor. And I wanted to talk to you because I'm a little nervous coming into Penn State. Like, it's such a big campus compared to Altoona.
Yes.
But I feel like Penn State's going to have more opportunities for me because it's such a large school. And I know a few people, like I know my one roommate that I'm going to be living with, but other than that, I really don't know anybody. So I wanted to talk to you also about how I can meet new people and create connections and stuff. I also had some concerns about classes that I'm going to be taking. So.
All right, well, great. You said you're from Altoona. What did you like about attending Altoona?
I liked Altoona because it was so small and I felt like it was easy to meet people, and I had a pretty solid group of friends. So I'm hoping to stay in touch with them as well.
That's what I was just going to suggest. Did any of them transfer up here this semester?
Yeah, my one roommate transferred.
Oh, okay.
So I know her, but the other roommate I don't know too well.
All right. And how are you getting along with the new roommate?
The new roommate, she's okay. Like, she's pretty nice. She seems to keep to herself, though. And I'm very much like, I don't know, I want to make new friends here. So I'm trying to, like, talk to her and be her friend. But she kind of has been keeping to herself. And she also, we seem to butt heads on a couple of things. Like, she's a little bit messier than my other roommate and I. But the roommate that I'm close with, her name's Lauren. She's like very go with the flow, and like she doesn't really seem to let the mess bother her.
Okay.
And
well, what about? I was just going to say, it is difficult to room with somebody new that you didn't know before you came here, and they do have, and she might be feeling a lot of the feelings that you're feeling about a new place and making new friends, things like that. But they do have tutorials on living with new people, conflict resolution, things like that. So you could watch that on PSU. Let me see. I'm trying to think of the webmail that it's on. I'll look that up for you and email you and let you know what to watch and how to maybe resolve some conflicts that you might have with roommates. And then you mentioned about making new friends. Were you in any sport activities or clubs or anything like that down in Altoona?
Yeah, I was really focused on my academics in Altoona, but I was on club softball.
Oh, that's great.
So that was a lot of fun, and I kind of did that also just so I could stay healthy, stay active, stay in shape. And I know that Penn State has that too, but
That's
I
what
wasn't
I was just going to suggest.
sure how to join.
Okay, well, in the next week or two, you'll be receiving an email that talks about all the clubs that we have. We have over 1,000 clubs here at University Park, and usually it's actually right out here on the hub lawn. And on that day, you could come by and gather some information about club softball.
Oh, okay.
Is there anybody that transferred up here with you that also played club softball?
I know that Lauren has a friend that transferred that.
Okay.
I don't think she's in club softball. She's in another sport, but I was gonna talk to her about it because I feel like she would know.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because that's a great place to meet people if you're in any of the clubs.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the career fair, but I'm like kind of scared because it seems like it's overwhelming. But I think if I can get Lauren to come with me.
That's what I was just going to say. Maybe you can find a friend and invite them to come along with you.
Yeah.
Now tell me, you didn't. We talked a little bit about Altoona, and then what about your family? Where are you from?
So I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
And I live with my mom, and I have one older sister, and she goes to Robert Morris University, and then I have two younger siblings. I have a brother and a sister that are currently still at high school. They're still in high school.
Okay.
So.
Well, how often do you get to talk to them, and what's your adjustment like being away from family? And
I'm like super close with my mom, so we talk like once every few days because she's really busy with work. But my younger siblings, I'm kind of close to. Like I love them, but I'm really close with my older sister. So yeah, I know that
where
like
does she attend? Where did
Robert
you say?
Morris.
Oh, okay, that's here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so it's nice, but I know that, I mean, like, obviously in Altoona, I didn't see her that much either. So, but I mean, I miss her a lot because we were so close. And I know that when I was in high school, she would come home a lot on the weekends. And now that I'm not home on the weekends, it's hard to get both of us together on the same weekend. So I'm kind of nervous. Like, I don't know how it's going to be because I don't know many people to get a ride home to.
That's what I was just going to suggest, that maybe through these clubs. Also, they have some orientation for transfer students. It's a great way to meet people.
I didn't know that.
And then online, a lot of times on Facebook, they'll talk about, hey, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I need a ride home. Or, hey, I'm driving home to Richmond, Virginia. Does anybody else need a ride? And it's a good way, maybe you could get home that way. Or even the mega bus. Or has your sister talked about maybe coming up? I know the mega bus goes to Pittsburgh and vice versa, that maybe you guys could visit each other on the weekends sometimes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even think about the mega bus, honestly, because I don't really, where does it like pick up?
I believe it picks up at the Walmart on Atherton Street. And usually they're reasonably priced, those tickets. Speaking of that, financially, did you work at all when you were at Altoona?
Yeah, so I actually just did a office job on campus. It was really fun. I did like 15 hours a week.
Okay.
And it was nice because I made it work with my schedule because like academics come first.
Right.
So they were very flexible, and then sometimes if the like office was slow, I could do my homework. So I'm looking into that for Penn State, but I don't know how to.
That's what my next question was. Well, we have a lot of signs up all over the place if you look, and on bulletin boards about work study, but also getting online, you could look up work study and see what might interest you. And a lot of my students are involved in work study, and they can have as many hours as they want or not as many hours as they want.
I was going to say the extra money would be nice just to have.
And what about academics at all? How did you do down in Altoona? And are you concerned about any of your academics up here?
I mean, with my science classes for bio, I love them because that's obviously like my major. So I've been really enjoying them. I'm a little nervous to start the new classes here because I'm not sure like how they'll go. But I'm mostly nervous about math because that's like my weakest subject, and I'm going to be taking a calculus class. So I'm a little nervous about that, but.
Okay. Well, one of the things you can do is once you get in there and start class, if they happen to have a TA that works with the professor, you can find out from the TA if maybe they have one-on-one sessions that you can work with the TA, or is there going to be study guides? Are they going to have study sessions? Things like that. You'll know more about that when you start class next week.
And you said there's tutors?
And there's also Penn State tutors.
Okay.
And you can look that online too. So, but first I kind of start with, I obviously go to the class and talk to the TA, maybe talk to the professor, and then maybe we'll look into the Penn State tutors if you really need that. So.
Okay.
Well, that was a lot to cover in a short amount of time, Allie. So we talked a little bit about your family life. We talked a little bit about your transition from Altoona to up here, and your desire to make new friends and get oriented to the campus and maybe get involved in some clubs. So I think you have some homework for the next week or so.
Definitely can look for my classes and then look into clubs.
Look into clubs and orientation and possibly even work study too. Were some of the things we talked about. One of the things I would like you to do though is if you could schedule an appointment for 2 weeks from now, that way I can find out how your classes are going and see if you attended any of the orientation events. and we can talk about your math class too, and work study, things like that. You have my card, so if you need to talk to me though before then, feel free to reach out through email or give me a call.
Okay, great.
Okay, so nice
Thank you
meeting
so
you. Thank
much.
you for sharing.